What's up, guys? It's your girl Rivah, and I am back again with another video. If you're new to this channel, hi, my name is Rivah. It's very nice to meet you. Before we get into this video, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. And as I always say, make sure you guys leave your comments in the comment section down below. It doesn't matter how you feel about this video. We all want to talk about it. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram, follow my Instagram. It's at RIVAH_JORDON. Now, as we know, I was on Lapeef. As you can see me right there in the middle. And I was gonna give the videos of me in the video like a break. However, I was summoned. Okay, so I was summoned in this video. They literally added me. So I said, you know what? I have to come and give my perspective on this very, very controversial topic. And the reason why I say controversial is because I'm pretty sure you guys are going to see how this conversation plays out. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right into the video.
I feel like you're getting mad. So
just ask the question.
Okay, my question is, are you correlating the decline in church attendance to the decline in marriage rates in the Black community?
No.
Okay, because when you brought that up, that's what I thought you were doing. So I'm glad you answered that, because I was going to ask, aren't there plenty of confounding variables? So then why did you even bring those two things up?
Because I think there is a correlation in the decline in church attendance, especially where Black men are concerned, because there is no influence or information or instruction to Black men in terms of being instructed on marriage and the importance of marriage and manhood and so on and so forth. I think there is a correlation to that from a cultural perspective, but I don't think that's the sole reason why there's a decline in marriage, as the question that you state.
My question was the correlation. I never said anything about sole reason. And then you answered and said, yes, I think there's a correlation. Chicago, you know what? It's fine. Thank you.
But fam, like for somebody that be spot on, like, yo, you need to quote me and be exact and whoop-de-woo, like, you didn't say that.
I literally asked you a question.
And then I added context. You're like, well, that's what I was trying to get out of you.
Gotcha. This is how you're acting when you add context. Welcome to my world. I definitely was just asking you, and then you answered back and said no about the thing that you just said that you did. Like, it makes no sense, but I get that you may be, I don't know. I'm not going to say anything because,
Okay, that's not it. But go ahead, because I know he wants to get to Rivah, too.
Go ahead, Rivah. Is the church still a place to find a spouse? Why not?
And I also wanted to, I was just going to pause the video and say that this conversation was about if the church is a good place to find a spouse, why or why not.
Well, can I just, I've been patiently, okay? Let me just get myself together. I want to say I wholeheartedly agree with Rilla. And I've been waiting because Rilla,
you came back on that.
On this conversation,
Willa said, hold up, did somebody say my name? Hold up now.
I definitely stand firm with you. And I'm a person I've been to big churches, small churches, little churches, church on the corner, church, that mega church. And the dynamics of the churches do not change. And I'm not talking about like going to church as in just being an attender and not knowing anybody. Like, I would never obviously name the churches that I, have attended, but like literally my mom has like worked in churches. My stepdad has worked in churches. They literally met at a church. My sister and my brother-in-law met at a church. So the things that you're saying is true. And for the sake of the argument, because I know that we have to give an answer before we, do anything else. I heard Kay say that, and I want to abide by the rules. I'm going to say no. Because how can, for example, like I said, no, but I have more to say. But
okay, so the reason why I clarified that I want to say no is because, over on Lapeef, like they're very strong on giving like definitive answers, right? Like if they ask you a question, they want to know if that answer is going to be yes or if that answer is going to be no. And again, the reason why I said, for the sake of the argument, I want to give a definitive answer and say no, solely because, of course, there are exceptions, as you heard me just mention. My mom and my stepdad met at a church. My sister and my brother-in-law met at church. So, but I'm saying, for the sake of my argument, I'm not going to say yes and then have all of these negative connotations, because it's not going to make any sense. So I'm going to say, you know what? No. However, there's a reason why I'm saying the things that I'm saying. And the reason why I'm also giving more clarity over here on my channel is just because of the fact that, like, obviously, like, you can meet somebody that's good for you literally anywhere, right? So we're not going to exclude that place of being a place that you can't literally meet. You can literally meet somebody anywhere, in the grocery store, you know what I'm saying, at work, literally anywhere. Obviously, when two people collide, no matter where it is, it's possible that that's a good place for you to meet your spouse.
How can you find, how can, like, say, for instance, a man go there to find a woman when that woman is technically in her mind married to the pastor himself? How is that possible? Because now she's going to...
Can you say that again? Say that one more time.
How is it possible for, like, a man, for example, to go to a church to find a woman to make his wife when that wife is already mentally committed to the same pastor?
What do you mean?
Did I lie? Okay, I just want clarity. Did I lie though? Because did I lie? And the reason why I'm asking did I lie is because as you can see by the facial expressions on the screen, it looks like things are about to get shaken, right? And this conversation lasted way longer than it should have, just because of these statements that I made. But it's true, because a lot of times, not every time, not every single scenario, not every single person, but a lot of women look for and respect the guidance of their pastor far more than they respect or adhere to what their husband has to say. So at the end of the day, and there are women who are genuinely in love with their pastor. If pastor's not at church, they're not going, because at the end of the day, they want to see him. They want to be seen by him. They're not necessarily going for any other reason than to be in that man's presence and just listen to the things that he has to say. So, like, literally, they'll have, like, a guest pastor at the church, and a lot of people don't show up because they want to see their man, right? So, genuinely, I think that's a genuine argument. That's a genuine standpoint, because how can a man try to find a woman and make her his wife when literally that man is being compared to day in and day out to the same pastor that's there, supposed to be, like, guiding and leading both of them? So it's like a lost cause in that mindset, which is, I think that's a really strong standpoint. Let me know in the comments below, though, what you guys think about that.
No. And where are you getting that from? Is this a cult?
No, this is not a cult. This is not a cult. This is not a church.
I'm not married to my pastor.
No, but Courtney,
I get what you're saying, Rivah. Like, you're saying that some women are so devoted to the church that it's just like
that's her God. That's right. Her God.
I get that, and if
that's her God, that's her God. Like, I understand. Like, Kay's sentiment was saying, like, yes, devoted to the church, but it's even taking it a step further. Devoted to the man, to the pastor of the church.
Oh, that's what you were trying to say. Is that what you were trying to say? You're on mute. Because Rivah, I get what you're saying.
Hey, I'm not finna do this with you, fam. Like, just
we are. We are. People do it with me every week. We're doing it with you today.
No, man.
Yeah.
No. Rivah's making a point.
But Rivah, I get what you're saying, because you worded it in a way that makes a lot more sense.
It's a strong point, and it might not feel good or sound good, but it is not a lie. It's not a lie. I've literally been at a church. Okay, this is not. I've literally been at a church service where the pastor's wife has come and declared to the church, "That's my man." And I'm not talking about a little church. I'm not talking.
You know why I think this is okay? So, you know why I think this is so hilarious? Because, to kind of, like, derail my argument, like, there was questions like, oh, is this a cult, or is this that, some kind of seclude? But, like, if I were to really, I'm just not that type of person, but if I were to, because the people who know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. But like I'm not the person to like name names and stuff like that. But like I know for a fact that if I were to say the people who were speaking like this, or the situations that I've literally saw or even heard about within the people, and I name names, all of the opinions on the panel would completely change and understand where I'm coming from, because the people who I'm talking about are respected so much.
About a little church. I'm not talking about a little. I'm talking about a non-denominational, regular church that everybody on this panel, if you guys went to church, I know for a fact you would attend there. And she had to make that, she could state her claim about her man because of how things run in the church. You have a lot of women who want to stay single. They don't mind staying single because the pastor in their mind is their man. They will do anything for that man. So how can another man come there and try to make you his wife when you're already so...
Do you think that's the majority, Rivah?
No, that's not the majority. And
but you're thinking about the majority, because if not, then it's
I've never heard a pastor wife going on. That's my man. I've never seen. I visit churches especially when I travel. The thing when you have these mega churches, and they become celebrities. So it's as if you have groupies that come into church. You have the Jezebel spirit that comes in. It's not necessarily these are what women are, but there's Jezebels that come.
So is it okay? So but in calling women, okay. So in talking about mega churches, and in calling women who attend the churches groupies, is that saying that what I'm saying is not a lie? Because she's saying that she's been to churches and she's never ever heard of that, but at the same time she's saying that like, well, yeah, like of course there's gonna be groupies. So is that clarifying what I'm saying? Is that saying that what I'm saying is valid or no?
And they attack preachers and pastors. Men are weak, period. Should they be held accountable? Absolutely. But again, the church mirrors society. If you put someone on a high platform that people look up to
anywhere,
you're going to get women that are attracted to that.
Anywhere.
They're not married to it, they're groupies.
So, okay. In using that analogy, right? You put somebody on a platform anywhere, there's going to be groupies. Okay. So let's take it to a concert. So should we formulate a question saying that, is it a good idea? Like, is it possible to find your wife at a Drake concert, or like a Bad Bunny concert, or like a Usher concert? Is that how we should formulate it then? Because that's not the same thing. Like, people look at church as a place of structure, as a place of justice, as a place of, like a positive outlook. It's a very like intimate space that people go and they're praying and they're doing all of these things. We can't put them on the same. We have to have higher expectations, right? Like, that's what we're supposed to. We're not supposed to, feel like, oh yeah, well, there's groupies everywhere. But is that supposed to be? No, like, no. So again, that's still validating my point. And Rilla had a strong standpoint of how men, don't attend the church and stuff like that as well. This is kind of validating our points still when I go back and I actually listen to the conversation again.
Nothing wrong with what you're saying at all. But the question is the church still a place to find a spouse?
Well, then that would not be. But why would it not be?
That's why I'm saying, in that regard, how can a man find his wife when she's already locked in with somebody else?
Because we're talking about
nowhere is a good place to find a spouse.
Right.
There's always going to be people.
I can't find a spouse at a
not at college because there's professors.
Or there's football.
I like the way that he ended that off. That was kind of funny. He literally ended it off on everybody still going. I mean, that conversation got really, really like intense, like super intense. Like, you guys have no idea. But I definitely want to hear what you guys think about this. I literally, like I said, that when I was on the show, it was such a long, conversation with so many different topics that I literally forgot like different pieces of it. So I'm really like happy that I get to see it back so you guys can literally see and hear and all that kind of stuff. And I also I've genuinely wanted, because a lot of my, Rivah Gang, a lot of you guys were not there when I was literally on the panel. So I always like to bring it back to you guys and see what you guys think about it, because you guys are like super real over here. Like, you guys are super authentic. Like, you know, you're gonna give me your feedback, good or bad, and I definitely want to hear it. So make sure that you guys leave a comment in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's at RIVAH_JORDON. If you are new, I post a video every single day, but the time varies. So if you hit that notification bell, it will notify you as soon as I'm posting. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so very, very much. I will see you guys in the next video.